Alright guys, for the first time, I'm going to show you the recap. We cleared Rival, we cleared a couple of routes, and we got to the underground path, and now I'm in Vermilion City. Why, you may ask, we did that recap? I'm actually kind of sad, but I'll kind of talk about it as I go through this run, or go through this quick recording session while fighting through this route. I did a whole mega episode where I did Mount Moon, got to Cerulean City, and then went to Bill's house, got the SSN ticket, went through the underground path to pick up the big item haul, made it to Vermilion City, saved, and which is kind of where we landed at right now. But I didn't hit record. I cannot believe I spent all that effort recording that episode, and I didn't hit the record button, and I can't go back because I saved. So there's all that content I lost, not to mention that you guys you guys are just gonna have to believe me when I said I legitimately went through all of that. So I'm so sorry that happened, and I potentially ruined the integrity of my run, because I don't even have a recording of it, which sucks. I'm so bummed. I thought about what to do, and I thought about, should I reset? But this Kecleon, we put so much effort on it. I put so much effort on it. I don't want to reset. So I've decided to keep going, but this run will have an asterisk on it, like a question mark on it, I guess, because it'll be the run that I don't have the full footage for, if this makes it to the end. I don't know if it will, but yeah, kind of a bummer. I'm kind of sad. The moment I realized this, I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna have to immediately boot the game up again and record the next part. Be really careful and explain the situation. So I hope you guys will forgive me, and I hope you guys will be okay with the fact that we skipped like a huge chunk of the game, and this run is kind of tainted in a way, but I hope you guys will understand, and you guys will believe me when I say like I one-shot everything, and I got here legitimately, and I'm gonna explain in a second how I got here and everything I did, just to show you guys, just to like hopefully like give this some legitimacy that I didn't just like magically appear here after like 10 tries of getting through Mount Moon or something like that. Because what I'm about to tell you is like actual tragic events that happened in the run leading up to this point. So in the last episode you guys saw, we were at the entrance of Mount Moon, and we entered it with like 3 heals and no berries, and no status heals, if I remember correctly. When I did get in there, I found 2 PP maxes. I found no heals, no status heals, no berries. I think we found 1 small heal, like 1 berry juice or something like that. But we were in a tough bind because any status effect would really ruin the run. So I started off Mount Moon by blundering already by hitting a spinner. So we hit a spinning trainer and that started off us already 20 HP down before we had to even go through the mandatory fights. I hit the mandatory fights. There's two. The first one was okay. You know, we got where our HP hit yellow. Oh my god, Deoxys. Second trainer we hit, we got paralyzed. I didn't get a chance to heal, we got paralyzed, so we stayed in the yellow for HP. And let me remind you, we have no status heals, so we were in a tough spot. So what ended up happening is I had to make a decision. We were at level 27 or 28, I can't remember exactly. So I had to make a decision. Do I greed and try to capture more experience? And this trainer is insane. This trainer has a Deoxys, a Regice, and then ends up with a Grimer. Anyway, so we had a decision to make. We were paralyzed, HP in the yellow, level 27 or 28, I can't remember, which is really low coming out of Mount Moon. So I decided that I would take on one more trainer, but we would go for a trainer that was like low level, that had low level mons. So we went for like the first one of the trainers with 3 mons, they were all level 15. I bypassed the rocket spinning trainer, and we went for that guy, knowing we were paralyzed and I was prepared to use heals. That fight started off crazy because he had a Shuckle, and that Shuckle just wouldn't die. It had Sonic Boom, it had Poison Tail, it had some other 2 moves I can't remember exactly, but we were hitting paralysis non-stop. And I didn't know that because bounce is a 2-turn move, I didn't know paralysis would affect both turns. So anyway, we kept hitting paralysis. At one point, Kecleon was at 1 HP. This is a funny Ghastly. Wait! No freaking way. Well, there's no point in telling the rest of the story. The run just ended. GG. I can't believe this.
Back to the lab again.